All right, here we have a roll with black belt Robert. Starting from standing, getting our grips. Um, I usually have to fake a lot of pulls here because he's very good at takedowns, and if I don't move, I'm usually gonna lose the match. Here we have one of our social media people trying to capture video, but Coach Robert wasn't having it, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. So here he's playing his open guard. I'm just trying to keep a high base, pummeling my legs, keeping tripod. I think I have a belt grip here, but me having a belt grip means he also has a lasso grip, so it's not exactly a good trade against the black belt. Using my knee in front of his to apply pressure, active toes, trying to keep my hips forward and postured, but of course he's doing a better job of breaking my posture. There, I'll take an easy sweep once he knocks me off balance. I quickly go into my butterfly setup, but I haven't got the secondary hook in, so unfortunately it's pretty much a dead hook at that point. I'm just trying to keep him at bay, locking up his leg, trying to elevate him, trying to keep grips. He's going to roll off a bit, and I think it's going to take a while for him to come back, so we'll watch this roll back here with Solomon and Jeremiah. Looks like Solomon is attempting to keep his open guard in front. Jeremiah is really good at pressure passing, so he's not always, he can be very dynamic, but he doesn't always go fast. So when he goes slow with pressure and a lot of technique, it's not a good feeling. Solomon does have a pretty good open guard, but he's a bit smaller than most people, and he's also a white belt, so it's going to be more likely that someone of Jeremiah's caliber is going to be able to pass once he's ready to pass. Looks like we're slowly sliding back into the frame. Coach Robert is grabbing a lapel grip, keeping my shoulder pin. I'm just trying to survive here. Looks like he might want to go for a head and arm choke, so I make sure to pull my arm out. He's passing the lapel over my shoulder. He might go for an X choke here. I think I'm going to try to roll out of it. Yep, I was able to roll pretty quick and come up, which was nice. He elevates me with double butterfly, moves to a single X setup. He has a cross collar, pulling me to the side. He's also getting a grip on my pant leg here, keeping his foot inside. I'm trying to grab his sleeve to pull it up, but he was able to knock me over. I quickly go to reverse De La Hiva to stop the knee slice with my own cross collar grip. He's pressuring in with his knee and also basically swallowing my hip here and pinning it. And then he does a really good job that I don't see a lot of people do. He actually extends my leg here. It's hard to tell, but it's actually almost completely extended at one point, which takes away all the mobility of my hip as well as any strength I have in my legs. So he has me in a leg drag setup, which means he's going to start attacking the back, which of course I tried to sit out of that, but I've taken too long, so he took my back. I'm just trying to keep the hooks from coming in, and once I feel that he's starting to sink a choke in, I usually abandon the escape. I always try to escape first. If I can escape, I don't need to defend any attacks. But once I feel like that there's an attack there that's a little more threatening, I have to abandon the escape and defend first. So that means I'm usually tucking my chin, bringing my shoulders up, and also blocking the choking arm. He manages to come up, which now he has gravity involved. He can use his head to post, apply hip pressure, and this whole time I'm, basically taking his whole weight as he started to apply pressure with his legs and his upper body. I think he's going for a normal choke here because I still have a grip on his sleeve. These type of situations I get in a lot with Coach Robert. Normally they're just kind of stall tactics, and I try to see if he'll make a mistake. Here he doesn't, and so I tap. I noticed that there's only a little bit of time on the clock. I think it's like a minute and a half or something. So I told him that he needs to tap me in a minute and a half, and I think he ends up doing it in like 30 seconds. I stupidly fall into a triangle. He underhooks me, which basically takes away all my base, locks up the triangle, and it's going to be a very quick tap here. Probably shouldn't have had my weight forward. Should have had my hips forward, head up. But you know, when you taunt a black belt, you kind of have to pay for it. So now here we stand up really quickly. We now only have like a minute on the clock. So he has me in a Russian tie. I'm trying to use head control, but he comes in for a quick single leg. Instead of being dropped on my head, I just take the sweep by sitting back, trying to maintain grips. He has this butterfly hook that I'm trying to get in there. He actually has that on his. He has it away from me because he kind of knows what I'm trying to play. So he's keeping the pant leg away from getting a hook. He sits back into like a long step pass. He starts to solidify side control. So since I know there's a little bit of time left, I'm just going for a quick baseball or X choke here. I think it's an X choke because baseball in my hand would have been on the other side. I know it's not going to work. It's a stalling tactic. And then we run out of time.